Hello everyone. So I decided that maybe it would be a good idea to do an introduction video just to kind of introduce myself to you guys and explain who I am, why I ended up moving to Germany, and why I decided to start a YouTube channel. So the first thing I want to start with is who I am. So my name is Jackie. I am 31 years old. I am from Fredericksburg, Virginia, and I lived in Virginia all my life. I have two younger brothers. One brother is 26 years old, and the other brother is 15 years old. So I'm the oldest. Both of my parents and my two younger brothers all live in Virginia still. My parents have been divorced since I was 10 years old. And I have a close relationship with all of them. Let's see, in Fredericksburg, I most recently was working for a major insurance company, and I was with that company for almost 6 years before I decided to totally change my life and move to another country, which is Germany. So that has been definitely a huge change in my life and a new experience, but you know, I'm so grateful that I've been able to do that. So I guess I can move into why I moved to Germany. My husband is German, and briefly the way that we ended up meeting and eventually getting married is, okay, so back in March of 2020, my job went full-time working from home because obviously with the pandemic and everything. So during that time, we also had lockdowns in my state. And so I was basically, and I didn't want to go out anyways during that time, as much as I could afford to not do that. So I was home a lot. And I just thought, you know, what can I do with this time? You know, what can I do to make use of the extra time I had just staying at home. And so I've always been interested in the German language, but I never really stuck to trying to learn it. So I thought that would be a great opportunity to try to start learning German. So I bought like different materials, like different, hi hon. Hello. Hello. I bought different materials like for learning the language and everything like that. But then I wanted to look up, I was Googling what are some ways to help you like stay motivated to learning a language. And one of the things I saw was getting a pen pal. The one really substantial message that I got was from my husband. Anyways, long story short, we ended up meeting and we realized we really liked each other, and so we decided to pursue a relationship, and then eventually we got married. So we did get married here in Germany, and originally I had said to him that I would never leave the United States, but after visiting Germany a few times and really thinking about my life and what I wanted from my life, I just felt like Germany would be a better fit for me in terms of, you know, work-life balance and things like that. So I decided to take a chance and move to Germany, and that's why I'm here. And I have been here since July of 2022. I got married in September of 2022, and it's been great. Okay, so I think that covers a little bit about me, who I am, and why I moved to Germany. So I also wanted to share a little bit of my interests. I'm very into music. I'm not a musician at all. I can't play an instrument, nothing like that, but I've always loved music, probably since I think it really hit when I was 12 years old. And I started liking, at that age, I started liking bands like Nirvana and Alice in Chains and Soundgarden. I was really into this whole grunge scene. And it kind of just grew from there. So I really love music. I would say my favorite band actually is still Soundgarden. I've always loved them. And another band that I really like and musician. They go by the name Billy Strings, and they're actually like a bluegrass band, but also so much more than that. And I think that's what I really appreciate about certain music and musicians and artists, if they can really break these musical genre boundaries, so to speak, you know, where the music just becomes, it's just about music and it's not necessarily sticking to one identity. But anyway, so I'm very into music. I like collecting records, anything from records, CDs. I would even like to start collecting like cassette tapes, like any kind of what I would call tangible music. So music that you know, not just digital music, for example. I do have a Spotify account that I like to use, but I really also love tangible music that I can like touch and play on a record player, or even playing like in a CD player or something like that. So that's probably my biggest interest. I also really like to read. I don't always read all the time because sometimes it's just hard for me to focus for too long, but I really enjoy reading. I've always really loved like classic British literature, things like that, but I also, it might sound cliche, but I would say maybe my most favorite writer is Charles Bukowski. And I feel like maybe a lot of people say that, but I got introduced to him when I was in high school. A friend of mine let me borrow a book of his poems, and I don't know, I just fell in love with him. So even though he wasn't the greatest guy, I guess, in his life, but anyways, so yeah, I like things like that. And I also started reading a book. The one I'm reading right now is called I Remember You. And this is more of like a kind of like a ghost story, and it takes place, I believe, in Iceland. So, but anyway, so those are some of my interests. I also enjoy just learning new things. So like random facts, or I like to watch documentaries about like ancient Rome and stuff like that. Both me and my husband actually enjoy that, so that's another thing we have in common. But anyways, that kind of leads me into the reason why I started a YouTube channel. So I am a very awkward, kind of shy, I'm not always shy, but I'm shy a lot and a nervous person. And so it's kind of surprising even to me that I decided to start a YouTube channel. But after moving to Germany and just being able to see something for me that is so different, you know, a different way to live in the world, a different culture, a different language, just different scenery, different history, that's just been so intriguing to me. And we've already visited some places in Germany other than where we live. Right now we live in Nordrhein-Westfalen, but we've been all the way down to Munich. We actually went to Oktoberfest in Munich, which was interesting. It was fun. We also went to Rothenburg ob der Taube, and I mean, maybe that also sounds cliche, I'm not sure, but I loved that place. It was like stepping into a fairy tale. So yeah, we've been to some places. Cochem, we've been to in Hamburg, we've been up there too. And I've loved everywhere I visited, but that was before I decided to start the channel. That was also during a time when I was still struggling with homesickness and kind of just having a lot of down moments, I guess you could say. So I wasn't really in the headspace to do something like a YouTube channel. But when it comes down to it, I really wanted to share my experiences, because to me, you know, everything was so new and exciting to me, and it still is. Before I came to Germany, I had never went anywhere outside of the United States. I haven't even seen a lot of the United States yet, so everything is so new to me. The first time I ever got on an airplane was in the year 2018, and that was just to fly down to Florida, which from where I lived is about a 2-hour plane ride. So everything is very new, and and I was just so excited about everything. So I really wanted to share that. And it's also, I also decided to start the channel for me too, because it's a way for me to go back and look at my memories and remember how much fun I had, or remember something that I saw that was interesting. And so yeah, that's basically the reasons why. And I will admit that I'm very nervous sometimes about it, because even though I'm not sharing my whole entire life on YouTube, it is kind of like a little bit into my life. And so it is a little bit scary to kind of be vulnerable in that way and share things about myself. And which is why I was also a little nervous about doing this kind of introduction about me type of video. But I thought, well, I just randomly showed up on YouTube, so maybe can share a little bit about myself. And of course, I like to engage with anyone that's watching, or anyone that comments on the videos. That's also really fun for me. So yeah, I just want to say that I really appreciate everyone that has taken the time to watch the videos and to comment and like the videos or subscribe. If I'm being honest, I didn't even think I would get past 10 subscribers in a month. So where I'm at now, I'm very surprised by that. So thank you very much. And I don't want this video to turn into a rambling video like my American living in Germany videos, so I keep this one shorter. But if you happen to watch this video and you do have any questions, please ask me anything in the comments below. I am more than happy to answer and talk with you guys. And yeah, again, I really, really appreciate the time you guys take to watch and talk with me, and I really, really hope to see you guys next time. Bye!